Debunk, donate $2, debunk.
I make sure to stay away from ultra-controversial topics in my videos, but when culture war battle lines advance to the point at which cooking fats are discussed with the same fervor as bathroom bills, it's time to step in. I don't want to make a snarky dunk fest in which I jab at CEO perspective, but I want to start off with some objectively true, uncontroversial cornerstones on which we can all first agree. 1. A person can get sick on any diet. A person can get healthy on any diet. It's fun to share headlines about them.
A person can get healthy on any diet. Have you ever read a women's magazine, dude? I'm not fucking kidding. Which was it? It was like Vanity Fair or some shit like that back in the 70s or 80s. They literally had a red wine diet in one of those women's magazines. No, Vogue. I tried that viral wine and egg diet from Vogue. Yeah, there was a 1977 Vogue magazine published. Breakfast, 1 egg hard-boiled, 1 glass of white wine, dry, preferably chabless, black coffee, lunch, 2 eggs hard-boiled, poached if necessary, 2 glasses white wine, black coffee, dinner, 5-ounce steak grilled with black pepper, lemon juice, remainder of white wine. You think you can get healthy on that diet? This guy is a literal fucktard. Saying that is just so ridiculous. Like, there's clearly certain diets that are not going to make you healthy. By the way, there's very poor areas in certain countries, like in Indonesia, where people literally can only afford eating rice, and then they end up getting vitamin A deficiencies and develop night blindness and shit. Can you be healthy on a diet with inadequate nutrition? Like, just saying that is so stupid.
100-year-old who attributes her longevity to cigarettes and fat pack. It is vindicating to see someone who consumes the foods that you hate has been met with bad health outcomes. You see vegans share stories of carnivores who suffered from early heart attacks, and you see keto folks share stories of vegetarians who are wasting away. Let us start by acknowledging that if there was one ideal diet for every human, we would all just eat that. Instead, we are all little snowflakes with different dietary needs. That should be neither surprising nor...
Just because you have unique dietary needs, that doesn't mean there's a general dietary pattern that is ideal for everybody. So, consuming high amounts of saturated fat is not good for anybody. Whereas consuming a higher fiber diet is better for everyone, and limiting saturated fat is better for everyone. Eating more fruits and vegetables is better for everyone. Eating less fruits and vegetables, or none at all, is not good for anybody. Like, just because you might have certain dietary needs, like maybe you have fat malabsorption and you need to eat like more dietary fat in order to get adequate essential fat intake. Okay, well, you can get that fat from things like nuts and seeds. You don't need to get it from like fucking steak or butter or tallow. So again, that's just a stupid fucking statement.
Controversial. 2.
Like, would he say this about anything else? Like, oh, well, maybe some people just need to smoke cigarettes. Maybe some people, like, are just better snorting cocaine or injecting heroin. Like no one would say that.
2. I, the guy on your screen, am not a fit person. Viewers may use this as an opportunity to write off what I have to say, as if good advice can only come from those with an ideal physique. I am prepared for that. I am acknowledging it, and it's valuable to be upfront about my shortcomings. I am not a doctor. I am not a scientist. I do think that works in my favor today because of how many people hold an outright distrust of authority figures. A ripped, handsome guy in a light coat saying,
so I'm fat, unfit, don't exercise, don't eat well. I am not a nutritionist, dietitian, medical doctor. I have no expertise on the subject, but I'm going to tell you what is and isn't healthy. Gotcha.
Chill, everyone. Seed oils are good for you. Stands to have the opposite effect on a certain demographic who would call him a paid chill. 3. Fad diets have always existed and always will. Remember, this is still the objective truth portion, so I'm not calling seed oil aversion a fad diet. I just want to establish that fad diets are not a new phenomenon. Whether we look to the Atkins diet or that time where suddenly tons of people insisted they were gluten intolerant, it starts off with legitimate reasons for specific people to avoid certain ingredients, but sometimes develops into a widespread craze that blows up beyond reason. 4, there is no universal consensus on what seed oils are. Many folks seem to disagree around the edges. Is a peanut a seed? How about coconuts? When we say avocado,
This guy is a genuine retard. Peanuts are a legume. They're not a seed. And coconuts are a fruit. Like, he has no fucking clue what he's talking about. Like, not the slightest fucking clue. Are peanuts a seed? Like, you could have literally used Google to find out that peanuts are a fucking legume, you retard.
avocado oil is fine, do we mean a hypothetical real avocado oil or the stuff you get in America where most of it is fake anyway? In this way, the term seed oil suffers from the same branding issue as processed. When I cut a carrot into matchsticks, I am processing it. I even have my very own food processor at home. When people say they're avoiding processed foods, they probably mean what's been labeled as ultra processed. Unfortunately, when words like processed food or seed oil develop buzz, the conversation becomes muddy and ineffective. Should you be able to call any food item preservative-free if it contains salt? Salt is a preservative. This is annoying for everyone. I will say, I'm trying to avoid chemicals in my food, and some brain genius gets to dunk on me with everything's made out of chemicals. Checkmate, bazinga. Like, okay, bro, I think you know what I meant. The food world is so bad at maintaining defined terms, and companies will continue to try to take advantage of that as much as possible with phrases like free of added sugar or 100% juice. Case-free barely means anything. Grass-fed doesn't mean grass-finished. So for the purposes of avoiding confusion, let us move forward, assuming that by seed oils, we are discussing the cheap, highly refined oils from rape seeds, grape seeds, sunflowers, and soybeans. Okay, here are the reasons to...
Soybean oil is not a seed oil. So he's not even defining his terms.
Avoid seed oils in descending order of rationality. 1. My health professional told me to take it easy on them. This is the easiest, most reasonable reason to avoid a certain ingredient in your diet. Your doctor knows your body, your ailments, your goals, and your medical history. The key word here is my health professional, not a health professional. Look at this.
Doctors are not dietitians. You can hear some of the most stupid shit from doctors, and that's an appeal to authority.
Uber doctor giving medical advice to strangers in the YouTube comments. That is not how a well-educated medical professional acts. That's how a weirdo acts. 2. They do not taste good. Another valid reason to avoid eating something. If you don't like the taste of soy oil, why eat it? These fats are chosen.
I don't like the taste of broccoli. I'm not gonna eat broccoli. I like McDonald's though, and ice cream and potato chips. I'll just eat those foods instead of broccoli. Makes sense. I wonder why Americans are so fat. Wonder why this guy is so fat. I don't eat foods that I don't like the taste of.
Chosen for their high smoke point and their neutral, i.e. non-existent flavor. If I had the choice between Brussels sprouts pan roasted in flavorless canola oil or Brussels sprouts fried in yummy beef fat, I'm picking the latter. 3. They're too cheap.
You shouldn't eat seed oil because when I cook my vegetables in beef tallow, they taste better.
There's something to be said about buying stuff for a price that's so low it makes you feel uncomfortable. This bag of donuts was $2. Kind of freaky. The uncomfortable feeling that certain foods for regular people are too cheap to be any good will keep Erewhon in business for a...
You know, like, potatoes are also pretty cheap. Rice is pretty cheap. Beans are really cheap. Oh man, this bag of potatoes is only $4? Well, that's suspicious. If it was good for me, why would it be so cheap? Fucking retard.
100 years. 4. They're too expensive. This might not apply to you since vegetable oil is usually the cheapest fat US dollars can buy, but depending on their cooking habits, home cooks get free animal fat anytime they render pork or trim a brisket. When I cook bacon, I save the bacon grease and fry eggs in it or make flour tortillas with it. When I...
Bacon grease tastes better. Bacon grease better than seed oils because bacon grease tastes better. Okay, I guess ice cream's better for you. Potato chips. Chocolate. You name it. All those foods are better for you than canola oil because they taste better than canola oil.